Okay. Oh, the slightest exertion in this heat, it's just nightmare. Like, no Cockney accent, nightmare. I mean, I can't even do it. So, where we are is near the Salt Barge. It's a place I think the boaters know as the Salt Barge, because the pub is just about 100 yards that way. The village is called Marston, I think. And we're about 2 miles maybe from Anderton. Now, I think I've mentioned this a few times, but the big day is tomorrow. I'm going down the boat lift onto the Weaver Navigation, not the River Weaver, the Weaver Navigation, because it's not a proper river. Sorry to get all nerdy, like as if I'm an expert or something. Anyway, right, I can put my foot down actually because that boat's empty. Right, so this morning, right, the reason for going down onto the Weaver, right? A, because it's interesting. No, that's B, okay, let's be honest about it. B, because it's interesting. A, because I've got to get the boat blacked. Can I just check what this... There's a boat coming. So I'm just going to steer out of the way. I don't really know what this looks like. I suspect it looks a bit weird. And it's a bit blowy today, so I'm gonna tighten it up, because this is a proper sun hat. This like really keeps the sun out here. That's brilliant. And I don't want to lose it. And I, you know, when I first got the boat, I did lose one. It blew off. There was a sudden gust as I came out of some tree cover. So it didn't fit anyway. None of them do. This one does actually. This is one of the rare things, a hat that actually fits me. Now the problem with that is that because the hat has had to be like sort of super large, triple XL to fit me. I'm just going to say that. Because the hat's had to be like triple XL, sun's gone behind the cloud now. Hat goes on, sun disappears. So the other thing is, yes, so regrettably, because the hat's had to be triple XL, everything's big, the brim is huge, and it looks, I know it looks ridiculous. I'm not under any illusions, do you know what I mean? I know it looks ridiculous, but it'll do a great job of being a sun hat. So this is my magic, I don't know if it's magic, you know, I don't even know for sure if it works. It's my horsefly and bug repellent, which I do a little sort of squirt on the clothes, a little sort of a squirt on the, just watching where we're going, around the stern, a couple of little squirts, just to discourage any hungry horseflies, to be honest. The rest of the bugs I'm kind of not that fussed about, you know. Live and let live. Horseflies just do not let live. Anyway, all this does is repel them, it doesn't even kill them, so, you know, don't kind of come at me, nature lovers. So I've left the moorings, right? I've left the moorings. It's a short run, one of many short runs I know I've been doing lately, but you know, it is what it is. Boat life isn't always these odysseys, you know, 12-hour odysseys and weeks of travel. Quite often it is short journeys, and one of the reasons it's short journeys is because I didn't want to go too far, because as I say, I'm getting blacked on the Weaver in middle of July, so it's now middle of June, so I'm going down with about 4 weeks notice. So if anything goes wrong tomorrow, either with the lift or with the boat, or there's a snag, I've got 4 weeks to book another passage and get down there, because I've got to make sure the blacking goes ahead. It's been 3 years I think, so it's overdue, and I can see 1 or 2 rust spots, well more than 1 or 2 surface rust spots on the hull. So what I've been doing, that's one of the reasons I've been stationary for the last week or 2, actually probably nearly 2 weeks here, is that I've been trying to use the angle grinder with like they're called flap discs and wire brush discs, to scrape away the surface rust. Just seen a horse fly. I'm on alert, sorry guys. So the horsefly distracted me. Just God, they're killers. So I mean, I know they're not killers, but I just so I've been trying to treat the surface rust above the waterline. So I've been turning the boat round, and it takes a long time, you know, and the grinder runs out of battery in 20 minutes, the cordless grinder. Then it takes 4 hours to recharge, so I can only do this once or twice a day at most. I'm getting a mains one anyway. So I've done almost all of it above the waterline. So the cunning plan is, and I don't know if it's going to work out, it's all a bit, it feels a bit sketchy, but I can only try. If there's rust spots above the waterline, there'll be rust spots below. In fact, there'll be worse. So when the boat gets lifted out, I think I said this in a video the other day, didn't I? I've just realised I'm repeating myself, so apologies. But I'll have a sort of about a day to prepare the lower surface of the... I'm going to stop talking because there's a couple coming. Sorry about the hat, guys. I know it's stupid, but what can you do, you know? I have a feeling my hat was amusing them, and it won't be the first time, because they were sort of looking at me oddly, and it's either the hat or it's the fact that I appear to be talking to myself. Beautiful countryside. Beautiful countryside. Check this out. So I showed you this same countryside, Cheshire, not 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks hence. Anyway, whatever the phrase is, I tried for a bit of classical English there and failed miserably. But yeah, not 2 weeks ago, on the way out here, because I'd overstayed, or was about to overstay my welcome at Anderton. So I thought I'll go somewhere where you're allowed to moor 14 days, finish the prep on the above waterline, and then I'll head down the lift. There's bits I can do, but I've got like a month to finish off, you know, to finish off what I've got to do. In an ideal world, right, in an ideal world, I would like to haul out for an extra 3 days, because that's how long it would probably take. After they've done the pressure wash and got rid of the gunk and the growth and the bits and bobs, after they've done that, I could attack it with the wire brush and the grinder, and it would take me probably 3 days, and even that would be fairly hard work, especially in the heat. Nightmare. But I haven't got that. They will wash it on day one, and they will start the undercoat, the first of the 2-pack thing, on day 2. And if it's raining, well, that might postpone it. I don't know, that might give me more time, but I can't count on it. So I'm going to have an absolutely mad day when I go into the dry dock at Northwich. I'm going to have a mad day where literally the minute they finish the pressure washing, I'm going to be out there with the grinder, and I'm going to have to try and treat below the waterline the visible rust there as best I can. And I feel like it'll cover most of the hull, so it's going to be, it's going to be awful. It really is. It's going to be such a graft. Right, I went over something there. You know what that was? It was a log in the water, and it hit the prop as well. I felt the engine note change. Now it's not leaking, but I'm going to have to check as I stop that hasn't either shifted the prop shaft in some way, you know, because a heavy impact could do that, or loosen the prop shaft seal, because around the prop shaft there's like a rubber seal with grease inside it, and it's called a driftless seal. so I need to check it's not damaged now. I'm inclined to sort of have a look now, but it won't be. Well, I'm saying it won't be. Listen to me, it won't be. But I'll stop. I'll check as soon as we stop. It felt like I'd run over a stone or something on the bottom of the canal. But the trouble is, you can't see them. It was just visible, like it was floating just below the surface. You could just see a hint of darker brown. Like it was almost impossible, and it must have rolled underneath the boat and tangled with the prop. So fingers crossed, you know. How did a bloody log, I say a log, you know, it looked like it might have been 3 or 4 inches in diameter or something. How was that getting? What idiot's dropping that into the canal? This is where you've got to be careful. An amazing wide thing like this. Any more? They are so. They are. I'm said to live on, right? They are amazing. That's like having a small flat. Those wide beams, honestly, I'm so jealous of the living space on them. So jealous, but your cruising range is just too limited. It's too limited. Maybe one of these days, right? If I've done like all the system or that as much as I want to do, maybe one of these days I would consider a wide beam. Perhaps on the Eastern Waterways or something, somewhere where there's still a, like you can take it up and down the Leeds Liverpool, so you know you've got that. But when my sort of more cruising days are sort of drawing to a close, let's say, and who knows, you know, some people still cruise around like mad when they're 75, which is 15 years away. So you know, I don't even know. I don't know. It might be that I move on to some sort of other adventure. You know, I wonder if can I make this look a little bit less ridiculous? I don't know if I can. I don't know. I suspect that. Anyway, the sun. To be honest, I don't even need it. The sun is in and out. And we're kind of largely in trees. I hate to say it, but I've given myself a serious case of hat hair for nothing. Pointless hat hair. Because look. So, oh, that is so bad. I mean, look, you know, I'm not fussy about hair, let's be honest. I know I go on about it all the time, but that's because it always looks so monstrous. Look, I don't know. It always looks so monstrous. It doesn't even look human much of the time. It looks like it could have come off some sort of mammal. So, you know, like the hair around a buffalo's head where it has that straggly mess. It looks like it could have come off a mammal. Yeah, so it's not that I'm being vain, and so it's just that I'm aware of how horrendous it is. It's more like trying to salvage some wisp, some vestige of normalcy and decency for the hair. So anyway, we're in the forest now. We're out of the, well, we're in the forest at the moment. This is a country park. I think it's called Marbury Country Park, and this is to the north of the canal, and to the south over this side there is another country park. I don't know what that one's called. I did, but you can see some tracks and things. It's a cracking place. Imagine what a lovely facility to have close to your town. You know, such a spacious, a wide expanse of sort of artificial countryside, you know, with tracks and paths. Just lovely place to bring the kids, just chill. And it doesn't look that busy as well. I think at weekends it's probably a bit mental, but during weekdays I think it's fairly quiet. It's not often I've gone up and down here a couple of times now for different reasons, and I've not noticed that many people. Anyway, so we're not far now. Our short hop is nearly over. I'm just going to cut the revs a little bit because I'm going past a moored boat, although it's locked up, so I don't think there's anyone in it to disturb, but I'm going to ease off a little bit anyway. So I don't really have a plan. This is one of those days where I've got to sort of be mentally agile, which obviously, you know, I'm famous for, really. I'd say that because I don't know who will be at Anderton services when I arrive, the facilities point, because I've got 2 weeks worth of rubbish to get rid of. I've got to fill up with water. I want to get all that done, and there's obviously Elsa. I want to get all of that done before I go on to the Weaver, because the facilities points are not as common. The moorings aren't as common actually, so I've no idea what it's going to be like. It'll be interesting anyway, so you know, and it'll be great to sort of show you guys what it's all like for a first timer and my impressions of it all. This is the mooring I stayed at on the way out here, and I think I only stayed one night. I wasn't over the moon with it. It felt a bit isolated, it felt a bit lonely, but I stayed here one night on the way out from Anderton. That's right, because I wanted to go back and get a shower, didn't I? I wanted a full-on civilian style shower, so I stopped. So we're not far away, maybe half a mile now, but you know, the weather is amazing. I'm not, do you know something, I'm not like a massive fan. I know this is heresy. People are saying, oh, you know, make the most of it. 28 degrees, the sun burning down all day long, it's dry, it's lovely. Pardon me. But I don't know. I think I was sort of genetically more suited to a colder climate, and I'm not just saying that because I'm carrying considerably too much weight and insulation. Essentially, I think I've said this before, I've got the physiology of a seal at the moment, although, you know, I'm hoping to change that. I do intend to mend my ways and be a bit more circumspect about the amount of pies that I'm shoving in my gob. So, you know, I hope we'll see improvements. I'm never going to be a Greek god, but I hope we'll see some improvements. So, you know, watch this space. I hope before the year's out, we will. Fascinating, I've just seen a dragonfly, second or third today. Amazing sight with the multicoloured iridescent wings, and this incredibly agile. I think they hunt flying insects. I'd like to think they hunt horseflies. They used to terrify me when I was a child. In fact, when I was an adult, let's be honest. Most insects still terrify me. I'm sorry, I know that's not a very attractive trait, but you know, once again, keeping it real. But I realised fairly recently, you know, they're not interested in human beings. It's flies and bugs they want. That's what they live on. We're just of zero interest to them. So they're your friends, like spiders in a way. We're of zero interest to spiders, except as a host. So, and I don't think I've killed one for ages now. I've been even in that. I found one crawling up the wall in the bedroom just yesterday, and I didn't kill it. I let it go about its business, because I figured you need a few, you know. You need a few of them. So boat feels okay. I'm looking. We're doing 1300 RPM. We're doing a fair pace, and the reason I'm sort of paying attention to it is because of the impact there with the with the small log thing. But well, I'll see. There's a couple of little jobs I want to have done on the boat while it's out of the water, like that dripless gland seal around the prop shaft. I want a new one of those putting in, and so on and so on. There's a few little things, so but we'll see. So I'm quite close now to the services. If there's somebody there, I'll press on, hopefully more up, and come back later. That's my thinking. If there's nobody there, I'll sort myself out. There's a wasp there hanging about. If there's nobody there, I'll sort myself out with all the rubbish and everything, and then I'll move them more. So we'll see how it goes. Hiya. Oh, hi there. I was going to say, probably you know, but there's a place with some rings up another couple of 100 yards, you know. Yeah, where you can just tie up on the rings, yeah. Just a little bit further on, I think. Past the bridge? Yeah, I think it's past that bridge, but it's not far. No worries, mate. Just keep your eye open for him. So, saved them a little job. Bunch of boaters there, knocking pins in, and I don't know what they are, hire boaters, owner boaters, whatever. Anyway, they're knocking pins in, and I thought I'll just point out they might want to stay here because they're close to the services. But I just mentioned about the rings further on, and they're like, "Oh yeah," or one of the guys was. So they may move on. They may end up moving on, we shall see. I'm going to take the reds off a little bit because we're coming up to a boat. The service is, I think, just around one or two corners now. We're very close. So it's going to be an instant decision. If there's space there, I'll do all the jobs at the facilities, and then I'll move them more. And that's it really. If the services are full, I'll go as close to them as I can. And it all depends really, because that's a nice boat. That's a beautiful paint scheme on that boat. Toodle pit. And look at that. A bike rack on the back. Bike rack on the back. Storage on the roof. They've even got some solar panels. So we're getting close, and I don't know what to expect down here. When I left, there weren't that many boats, it wasn't that busy, and it's a Monday today. I've deliberately left this move until a Monday in the hope that there'll be less boat traffic about. You know, and I'll at the services and at the moorings as well. Monday seems to be a sort of a quieter day around here. It seems to get gradually busier as the week goes on. So it's the middle of the day, but I had to get the grinding paint prep or surface prep done before I moved. I felt I had to do it because it was a stone bank, and you can, it's a fly of some sort. It was a stone bank so you can kneel down. They're really convenient. Trying to do it on a grassy bank, you know, like this kind of thing, even with Armco, I just wouldn't fancy it, you know. Some of the banks are sloping. I don't know what it's like down on the Weaver, whether I'll get a decent mooring down there where I can do some final work on the surface. But we shall see. That's why I wanted to get most of it done really, because I don't know what's ahead on the Weaver in terms of me being able to finish off the surface prep. So yeah, we'll just see. It might be that the moorings close by are all taken and I've not got an option. You never really know, and you've just got to kind of be flexible. Just be flexible and react. I jokingly call it being nimble mode. There's a boat coming towards me, he's moving. Damn. That's a shame. I wish I'd seen him a bit earlier, because it's narrow now. The channel's narrow. Like, this is going to be a teeny bit tricky. I could have tried reverse there, but I thought we'll fit. We'll do it. Hi guys. I would have waited for you there, but I saw you a little bit late. Yeah. Like, now I'm in the sun, I need the sun hat. I was going to say shades would be a better idea. Actually, they wouldn't, because they don't protect your skin from the UV, which is another reason for the sun hat, really. If you do have to do, I don't today, if we did have to do a long cruise, the sun hat will protect your face. I need to get some sun cream. If it's going to be like this, I need some sun cream. Right now there's a boat on the 48-hour moorings here by the services. That does not bode well. Then again, there always seems to be on this spot, but it doesn't mean the services themselves are busy. So I'm slowing right down. I know there are some 48-hour moorings as you get very close to the facilities, and I guess, but there's no rings. What I was going to say was, if there was Armco, I could wait there and then move forward and pounce when the facilities are empty. But I think that was it. This was that place. It's now taken. Like, there's the facilities. Let's see. Brilliant. Do you know what? I don't think there's a single boat. Okay, well that's great. We're sorted then. Right. So nobody at the facilities, which middle of the afternoon, it's like 12:30. Very strange, but not complaining. Just need to make sure there's no one coming the other way, because with these being busy, there's a horse fly there. With these being busy places, sometimes the oncoming boat will insist on you passing in the right direction, and I think the space is further on. Brilliant. So this is looking absolutely superb. We've got free and clear at the services, so no delays there. I can get myself sorted, and then just ahead, a couple of 100 yards, are the moorings where I stayed when I was last here. So absolutely brilliant. That wasn't the best sort of approach I've made. I did nudge the bank, the Armco attack, but come on guys, you know what I mean? It was my elation of finding the services empty. I got carried away. Right, let's take some speed off. Let's get this bad boy tied up. That sounds a bit naughty, that, doesn't it? Bye for now. You too, sir. Bye bye. You going far today, guys?
Nah, not today. No, we've just come up the lift.
Oh, you've just come up?
Yeah.
I'm going down tomorrow.
It's good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
Good
it.
experience, but then there's some on the right further down.
So that's heading
the way.
southwards, is that?
Yeah.
Carry on southwards to the next lock, right? Oops.
Thank
Listen,
you.
nice to meet you, sir. You take.
Thank you.
Have a nice afternoon. Oh, blimey, it is boiling. Oh my God, it's so hot. I've just done all the services, so I'm all ready for the Weaver tomorrow. 3 boats have gone past, so I'm leaving the services behind. Nice couple. Nice couple. And a guy from the marina just next door came over for quite an extended chat, really, covering a number of topics in very short order. The nearest thing I can approximate it to is it was like talking to myself, but a bit more hardcore. So make of that what thou wilt. I'm on the cocoa, guys. I'm on a cocoa because it's only half past 12, is it? Don't even know. I think it's before. Let's have a look. What the hell time is it? Let's stop the guesswork. No, it's 2 o'clock. Swan is a lunatic. Unfortunately, the boats here are moored far enough apart that I can't squeeze in. That was the place I was in when I stayed here. Now, this is going to be interesting because I have to find a mooring. I'm going down that lift tomorrow and I have to find a mooring, and I don't want to be forced to go all the way along to that tunnel. Remember the tunnel with the wind in home? There was a thing in between the 2 tunnel entrances. I don't want to have to go that far. Although I wisely booked my passage, so I don't have to be there till midday. But I have to find a mooring. I'm going down that lift tomorrow, and I want to find a mooring close to the lift because I want to give the boat a little wash down. I want to give the boat a little wash down in the morning. So 3 boats went through here in front of me. It's only 2 o'clock, so they may press on, but it's a bit of a destination, so it might well be, the way this is panned out, that I'm just slightly late to get a mooring here, or I'm not going to get the pick of the moorings. I'm going to have to just take whatever's left, I think. As I say, I saw 4 boats go past me this way this morning, 4 or 5, and while I've been stopped, another 3 have gone past, and people do like to stop here. It's a stopping point, so I'm going really slow, and I'm just edging round the corner, and as I go I'm looking to see what's there. Now on the end here, I wonder if I could fit my boat in. Looks like it's going to be busy, so I've got to pull over now because there's a boat coming. So this is where we ended up mooring, close to Anderton boat lift. Beautiful spot. And the boat lift itself, some moorings down there, possibly 400 yards away.